Afternoon, Dave Snyder here. It is the 11th of March 2015. Okay, so this is the lunar south pole pattern on the moon reversed. The lunar south pole on the moon flipped over and overlaid over Siberia and Russia. As I pointed out before, this is the absolute print on the earth shown by the borders that this goes here. At first the weather showed me to put this, that this was here. The lunar south pole pattern was here. The weather showed it real clear many times. But one day I was looking at it and had it aligned to the weather, and I turned on the borders, and the borders, when you fade out this image of the moon that's reversed. Okay, fade this out. Dang it. You see the borders create they showed me right away. I was like just a little off when I had it overlaid with the weather, and then I seen this circular pattern in the borders, which is exactly what you see right there. Boom. That is that image, or that print. Okay, and then you can see the rest of the lunar south pole print on the land. It's Siberia, people. Siberia. You see that? And then here's the Tunguska impact right here. So this is a highly magnetic area. This area is already highly attracted to other objects from space, I guess you'd say. And you can see the borders surround it just to fit it perfectly. And you'll see in the weather, this is the lunar south pole print, and that's where our magnetic north is heading at this very moment. And in 100 years, I figured at the rate that it's moving, if it continues at the same rate of movement as it has been, it will be here in Moscow in 100 years, about 100 years, right? About 100 years. So it's the whole thing is, the magnetic north is heading this way, and we can see what happened here when it was magnetic north before. This was magnetic north before, and this is the lunar south pole. Opposite poles attract, and that's what gives you this print right here in Siberia. In Siberia, we have a 1,000,000-year eruption, supposedly. I mean, that's what their theory is. That it erupted for 1,000,000 years. What would create a 1,000,000-year eruption? I think the moon hitting there would create a 1,000,000-year eruption and create a lava field 500,000 times bigger than the Hawaiian lava field. That's this area, Siberia, the Siberian Traps. Bigger lava. It's huge. Bigger. This is huge. And it shows perfectly the whole outline of this lunar south pole print, the whole thing. Again, at a bigger size than it is on the moon. Than they say it is on the moon. It can't be bigger than it is on the moon. So you got to figure that they're not telling you the truth about the moon. And there's many reasons. You'll figure it out if you can't figure it out already. Why they would tell you the moon was smaller and all bunches. There's just a lot of reasons you could probably come up with. That goes there, and see how the picture is being squeezed together as you go. Like if you put something down at the equator, it will be larger than it will be if you push it up towards the pole. When you push it up towards the pole, it starts to squeeze the picture, and see how this is narrower. It's more narrow on the top than it is on the bottom, obviously. So I was lucky to get that to fit in there as good as I did, because once you start pushing it up towards the pole, it really squeezes it and makes the picture unusable almost. But there you go. And like I said, the weather showed me that first. That goes there. That print, the whole area right here, Russia and Siberia, is completely shaped by this area of the moon. This is the most important crater in your life. Like I say, in your life, you don't even know it. People don't even know it. Every weather pattern over the earth. I mean, every hurricane, every typhoon, tornado too probably, but typhoon and cyclone are shaped by that crater right there, Schrodinger, or the Christ crater, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know why they called it Schrodinger. Why would they? I mean, he was an important scientist, but was he that important to be worthy to name the most important crater after Schrodinger? I don't know. I don't think so. Unless he had something to do with discovering the fact that it shapes all our weather. Maybe he did, because he did teach meteorology, I guess, from what I gather. I've watched a few things on the history of his career or whatever, and it didn't seem like it was that big a deal to me. You know, he had some theories and whatnot, but it doesn't seem worthy of the most important crater on the moon, especially when it influenced the Egyptians to build the Sphinx, and it's the Jesus and everything else. This crater is important, super important. The cities here where this hits there's a lot of areas where this little spot right here, this is the King's Crown, wherever it hits is a major city, like Moscow for one. It's not lined right up to Moscow in this picture because this picture is hard to align. But if you use the just the Schrodinger image, you'll get the line right up. It's also this area in I'll show you this one that I did the other day. I did this a long time ago actually. This one, watch, I'll show you. It's really cool. It shows some serious stuff. Watch this. This is done a while ago, and it's way up here on my list. Higher than that, I think. Maybe not. Nope, I guess not. Okay, right here. Which one was it? Oh, it's down further, I think. Nope, up higher. Okay, so I think it's this one. I have this overlaid over North America, this picture of Asia. See this? How I have this overlaid over North America? It doesn't even matter how it's overlaid over North America, really. Just because I'm not going to show, I don't need to show you that part, but I just have it here, and I also have this other image of Schrodinger here that I had to realign because I had it wrong. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm wrong. You know, it happens. Hate to say it, but you know we all have issues that way. But I realigned it, and that is a much better alignment than the other one. It was off before, but that is accurate now. You can see this area here, and you can see this area here. And you can see this area here. This goes here. It absolutely. There's the Himalayas right there. Look. Anyways, what it showed me after I aligned it like this. See how that is? Look at that. That is just sweet. Look at this curve right here, right around this crater. See this? Watch. Just nice. Really nice. That is what shaped that weather, people. I'm telling you, it shapes all your weather. Because the weather is a projection of the Earth's surface into the sky. Like I say, it's not creating it from space right now, but it's left its print on the Earth, and the weather is pulled up by the sun, or however it's created, the temperatures of the sun and whatever, but it's pulling it up, and it projects the surface of the Earth into the sky as clouds. That's the way I see it, and it is that way. It is absolutely that way, because look, how do you think this whole area is shaped? You can see the weather is shaped just like the Himalayas and the Tibetan Plateau, and there's the desert right here. So the weather is shaped like the land. It's projected into the sky as the same, what the land looks like below, as above, so below. There you go, that explains it. But anyways, what I noticed was this area, the crown area, the crown, most important part to people, I guess, in the old days, falls right here. You see, this is that desert right here, that big desert. It looks like a big fish shape. Okay, so we go there. We notice that's right below there. See how it is? Right here at that point. So we go over here to this area, and we look. It's like right in here, right? That area is right in here somewhere. So I turn on the borders. Actually, this is how I found it. I turn on the borders, and there's this like red outlined red area. See this red area that's outlined, and see how it's got that same V shape as that thing. Well, it turns out China and India have actually fought a war over this area, of this little area called what's it called again? Oxide Chin or whatever. Okay, they've been fighting over it since the 1800s, so that's, or maybe even longer than that. But they got some kind of settlement over the area. But both of them want this area for, you know, they say for different reasons. But you know why they want it, because that's That's an important part of the earth. That they consider that some kind of sacred area, I think. But anyways, it's like 5,000 meters up in the air, up in the sky. It's uninhabitable. It's really not. Doesn't seem like it would be that important to each of them, but it is, because it's that area of the moon that hits there. You know what I'm saying? That's the area where the moon hit, that special part of the moon hits. Just like Moscow, and I'm pretty sure Italy. Okay, the Vatican. That's why the Vatican would be in Italy, because Italy is an area where that same part of that crater hits near Italy. I think you could go to. They say Jesus was born in Bethlehem, right? Well, you could take that little area too, and see the V shape right here. Okay, well, I know Bethlehem's up here somewhere, but this little V shape is like the same shape. Now I overlaid it. It didn't look like it fit too well, but I'm still not going to count it out. There's a reason why Israel is important to the Jews, and that's because it's the Jesus. Look, I'm telling you, it is Jesus. That's the Christ crater, and that, anywhere where that thing hits is an important place to people. I don't know why. It's just not. It just is, and that, it's not a big people. You'd think by now that people got the are educated enough and have some scientific knowledge to where that thing wouldn't make any difference. It doesn't matter where that thing had hit before, but it does to them, I guess. I guess so. But all these, it's all important. It really is so important. The moon to the Earth. It's shaped our entire planet, whether you want to agree with that or not. I mean, as you can check it yourself. I've checked it. Everything. I've tried to prove myself wrong with everything I do. I try to prove myself wrong, and it just doesn't happen. It goes deeper every day. Every day I discover something cool. If I do this, I do it every day for at least a little while, hour or something. But anyways, that's it. Just want to show you that. Some more confirmation that the moon's bigger. I mean, it's just, I could show so much proof of it being bigger every day. It's just unbelievable. People just don't want to believe it. Even if it is true, they don't want to believe it. As my mom would tell you. Even if it is true, I don't want to believe it. That was about 9/11. Alright, everybody have a good one.